So hello and welcome to everybody who has joined us for the build-up to this occasion of ultimate tribalism. And as you would expect, that build-up has been remarkable. They fight here not just for the pride of their manor, but in the ultimate show of one-upmanship. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, it's as friendly as it can be in the circumstances. But you feel the rivalry.
Well, Peter, you can dress it up any way you like, but we all know what we're in for.
And there's no point trying to pretend otherwise. No disguising the edginess that's swirling around us here.
No, these teams only know one way to play each other.
It is a true heavyweight clash. So we're very much on the way now. Lewis finding himself in space. An instinctive delivery. Keeper's dealt with that. In once more.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
And Gamoa was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
McAllister. And here's Gakpo. Great ball, and he's in here. Robertson has the space to scheme. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, this little guy, Rico Lewis, might not be tall in stature, Peter, but I love the way he's able to shift around the pitch now and adapt to different systems. Obviously, he began his career as a right-back, but more and more now we're seeing him drift into midfield. And he's actually become a very neat and tidy passer in shifting the ball about. And I think he's going to go on to be a much stronger version of what we see now.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Jones has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. Ungamoa. Great vision. Oh, that's Mohamed Salah! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Pass somewhat off target.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Intercepts the throw, that's well read. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Lewis. Bernardo Silva. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. That looks a cracking ball. Jones. Sabinho. Knocks it into space. That was good alertness. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Ruben Diaz. Nico Gonzalez.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Looking for the run. Looking for options for movement. Shot at goal! That was superb goalkeeping.
Reinders is offering a wry smile there.
Too close for comfort. That's really well manoeuvred. Tries to pass it through. Gakpo. Decent chance! They've scored! Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
18, Gakpo.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Reinders powering forward here. And he shoots! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
It's a really well-measured ball. Now it's Mohamed Salah. He's found a way through. Trafford breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Semenyo.
Manchester truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Sabinho's cross. But that is good defending. It's been repelled. And the pass is intercepted. That's good running with the ball. Stones kept his eye on it, and he's there. Not the most convincing of passes. It's gone out for a throw-in. Nico Gonzalez. Bernardo Silva. Ruben Diaz. And Savinho. It's a good run, this. One that is high in energy. Oh, lovely feet. He is such a good mover. Oh, the movement is slick. The speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And we've reached half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Welcome to the field.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. Second period is underway.
Manchester really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Ruben Dias defending him. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
And the shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Mohamed Salah clearly can't believe he didn't put that away. He'd set himself up perfectly.
Gravenberg. And it's Soboslai. He's a sharp little ball here. Chance for a shot! It's just beyond his reach. Reinders. And it's been played through. Ruben Dias kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball.
This is the time you need that pace.
It's a pretty loose pass. Mohamed Salah. Foden. That is ended up in no man's land. Still chasing the game, trailing by one. Ungamoa. Stones. Nico Gonzalez. And it's Lewis. Now Semenyo. And here's Savinho. Just eases him off the ball. He's got away. This is a promising build-up. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Ungamoa proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean. Manchester really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value...
Great chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
It's a good ball out wide. Gakpo. Ruben Dias. Nicely weighted ball, and he was quick to react. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably.
Can he finish? Good try, very good try, in fact.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Gravenberg! Harmlessly behind. Van Dijk picks it up from the goal kick. And they win it back again. Oh, this looks sharp. And he's managed to get... And the shot! And it's in! And this is getting better and better. So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away...
And a chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Ungamoa really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 2 then. He leaps for it. He will be livid with himself.
I think he did really well to get the shot away, to be honest, given how much pressure he was under at the time.
Stones. Lewis. Some good work on the right flank here. And it's Lewis. Nice looking ball. That has not gone well. And here's Savinho. And Gamoa venturing down the left. Through, and the shot! And he nearly went all the way.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down. There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? Very nicely done. He has found the way through. Opts to play it back. And now they can spring out of defence. Ungamoa.
Pretty robust defending.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Ungamoa showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He has a look up. Big chance! And yes, it's there! And what a climax we have here! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Just one in it now. And it's Salah. Now, can they get him away? Tries a shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Well, you have to say how clever the pass was. It caught the defence off guard because of the disguise on it, and it makes it all the more disappointing that he didn't top it off with a finish.
There will be 4 extra minutes. Can he get on the end of this? That looks a cracking ball. Ake. And that'll be the end of that. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won. Ultimately. So hello and welcome to everybody who has joined us for the build-up to this occasion of ultimate tribalism. And as you would expect, that build-up has been remarkable. They fight here not just for the pride of their manor, but in the ultimate show of one-upmanship. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, it's as friendly as it can be in the circumstances, but you feel the rivalry.
Well, I played in a fair few derbies, Peter, and in my time, derbies were derbies.
Well, I had a feeling you might say something like that, Jim.
Well, for this one, while I'm not expecting a fully fledged derby, it will be very combative, very competitive at least. It can't be anything else.
And that gets things running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
I really like the look of this guy, Foden, who, to me, is a player who has a bit of everything. An eye for goal, quick feet, great vision, and a willingness to take on his defensive duties when required. Although he's probably best deployed out on the right, where his best attacks seem to emanate.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Foden receives it in a wide position. Gakpo. That's a good ball out wide. Nicely weighted ball. Ruben Dias. And it's Bernardo Silva. Foden.
Oh, great feet, that.
He's got away. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And he's had it nicked away. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Semenyo. Looking for the run. Oh, that's a key interception. Can he get it through? Now it's Mohamed Salah. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Ake. He's found a way past. And here's Foden. And that's a good ball. And they've got rid. And they're quick to get it back.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Gakpo, and he's managed to get free. Gakpo! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Semenyo, he won't be happy with that one. Played into space, and Gamoa gets into a good position. It's in, and that looks to me very much like an own goal.
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Robertson spots it and intercepts.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That looks a cracking ball. McAllister makes it. He's having a hit! And that is wildly off target.
Liverpool really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He's having a pop! Oh, good steal. He just read it.
There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? Bernardo Silva. Gakpo. Mohamed Salah. Now they could break here. Lewis. Distributed tidily. Savinho making good progress on the right-hand side. And here's Reinders. And it's Gonzalez. It's Bernardo Silva. And it's Gonzalez. And here's Foden. Foul right on the edge of the box. It could go either way here. And that is a huge moment. We're level. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
No luck with that dink over the top. Bernardo Silva. The ball's gone astray. Savinho. Foot in. That's a cute ball. Big chance! And he couldn't finish.
And Gamoa really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
Nearly, but not quite.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Now, can they get him away? Oh, no joy this time. Ake. Engages and forces him off the ball. Now it's Gakpo. Looking to play him. It's Salah! Marvellous goal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Well, that pass isn't the best. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Well, he's... So, a temporary halt to the action. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part.
Everyone, please welcome the two sides.
It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And we are back underway.
Manchester really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Gamoa was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Gamoa. Looking for options for movement. He's looking wide. Gamoa! Not a bad try by any means.
Gamoa has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Played into space. He's in plenty of space here. He's shifting through the... There's the shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
This is a promising build-up. We expected better, and so did he. Stones cuts out the pass. Nico Gonzalez. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, that's delightful. McAllister did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. No way through. Stones. He's picked his way through. Gakpo. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Looking for a runner. McAllister plays it through. He's found space here. Lewis kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Liverpool clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup. Manchester really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Savinho unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That's the keeper's ball. Bernardo Silva tries to thread one through.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Szoboszlai neatly clipped into space. And a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
McAllister! And now a sudden chance to counter. Savinho. Semenyo. It's run loose here. Nico Gonzalez. Bernardo Silva.
Manchester really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And here's Savinho. And there's green grass ahead of him. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he was quick to react. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Liverpool clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Trafford claims comfortably. Well, this could be it, bar something close to...
Something you can always cling to. Liverpool really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Ruben Dias makes the interception. And Gamoa, he is onto this. And Gamoa showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And here's McAllister. Semenyo. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. Spain going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals one more time. A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into 90 minutes of bedlam. It's time we ask that age-old question again: who is going to come out on top this time? Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, this is a friendly, but a friendly only in name.
Well, there may be nothing resting on it, Peter, but that's never going to take the edge away, is it?
He's there to head it! Nico Williams is there to clear. And he's managed to gift it back. Pedri. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba's starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and he's shown to be very confident and comfortable on the ball when it comes to moving it forward. He'll see a lot of the ball, and sometimes he'll go direct from back to front.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Now, can they get him away? And the through ball. Rodri. Now it's Williams. Saliba calmly anticipates. Well read, nice interception. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Nico Williams. And he's being shifted off it. Grimaldo getting forward. And he was quick to react. Spain yet to have an attempt on goal. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Oyarzabal. Pass is just off target. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Cherki! And that is wildly off target.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Looking for options for movement. He is just caressing the ball. Ronaldo.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's been taken short. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And now a sudden chance to counter. Ambitious ball here. Here's a Williams! Goal! Spain! And it's Spain who take the lead. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
30 minutes gone. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Llorente proves just a little bit too strong. And he's taking no chances there. Now that's well seen too. Nicely weighted ball. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Spain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And it's been hooked away. Ball is over the line. And that is out of play. That is ended up in no man's land. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Nico Williams.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Mikel Oyarzabal. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Oh, it's Dembele. That's a shade optimistic. There's the shot! Oh, the ball has fallen kindly here. And it's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal...
And the referee has blown for half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So, nothing in it, Jim. What do you think?
Well, it's definitely been a game where both sides have tried to play to their own strengths, and I suppose neither side would be particularly unhappy with this scoreline. I suspect, Peter, the two managers will be keen to urge patience and discipline from their players now.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And we are back. He's having a shot! And it's a goal!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Spain with the lead. Pedri. Nicely shaped ball. Not the most accurate pass. Dembele. Dembele making good progress. Kubasi.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Spread out to the left.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Raya sends that a long way. Llorente, looking to play him in, thinks about the shot. They want to be quick to recover this. Looking for the run, now it's Mbappe. And here's the chance to counter. Llorente. Rodri. This is a promising build-up. Dembele. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And he's managed to get free. Well, the defence proved infallible then. But that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, that is a good ball to find him. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Tries to pass it through.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And that is expertly dealt with. Probing pass. That ball looks a good one. Llorente. And it's Pedri. Llorente. And here's Oyarzabal. Takes a shot! That is brilliant from Mikel Oyarzabal! A finish of true class. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. And the trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Spain go up by 2 and are looking good.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Yamal. Chance for a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Oh, sweet feet. Cross needs to be good.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
And it's Pedri. Yamal touches it back. And he's quick to return it. Saliba clears without hesitation. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Pedri, who's set up 1 goal so far. And they can counter here. Spread neatly. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
And here's Oyarzabal. Can he get it through?
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And he welcomes it in. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Spain really could have done without this. The keeper doing his best to put him off. Not a twitch, not a blink.
It's in, but only just. The keeper guessed correctly, and the heart-and-mouth moment for the taker.
Gol de Francia. El dorsal 11.
And that is that. Spain pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. Mikel Oyarzabal taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, how will we look back on that?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies.
So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, this is a friendly, but a friendly only in name.
Well, I played in a fair few derbies, Peter, and in my time, derbies were derbies.
Well, I had a feeling you might say something like that, Jim.
Well, for this one, while I'm not expecting a fully fledged derby, it will be very combative, very competitive at least. It can't be anything else.
Things already rolling. This easily the most keenly anticipated of today's games. And he's intervened well there. Nico Williams. And he's managed to get free. Now this could be a chance. Dembele. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, there's no doubt as to who the creative hub in the side is. It's Mikel Oyarzabal. He boasts some of the most impressive records when it comes to goals and assists, Peter, helped by the fact that he can play anywhere across that front line, and also he has a real willingness to run beyond the strikers. And there's a lot to admire about this guy.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Rodri. This is a promising build-up. Played back. Off the ball! It's bounced back off the post. Now, what about a counter-attack? Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. First quarter of an hour gone. He has found the way through. Upamecano gets it away. He's having a hit! Hernandez, tidy with his distribution. Spain are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. Nico Williams. He'll try from distance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Nico Williams actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Dembele is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
He's on it, can he get away? He's being urged to shoot. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. And we have our very first corner. That's a good ball. Jamal! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
That has ended up in no man's land.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Now it's Fabian Ruiz. Real chance! He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. So a big chance now from 12 yards. The chance to break through. Oh no, he's managed to miss it.
You couldn't ask for a better opportunity to equalise, but now he'll feel like the opposition have just scored.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Rodri. Looking for options for movement. Olise. He's shifting. Goes for a shot! Now it's Mbappe. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Pedri gets on his bike and on the move. He's under a lot of pressure there. Cherki herring after the ball here. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. So what can they conjure from this one? Oh no, he's got that wrong. Kubasi. And he's found a way past. Big chance! And for a moment, time stood still. And here's Oyarzabal. hits the flank.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Eric Garcia. Kubasu. And it's Rodri. And it's Ruiz. Bounce of passing here, really easy on the eye. And that's been intercepted. Upamecano. Koundé. Now, can they get him away? Rodri. And that is the end of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think the story of the first half is dominated by the spot kick miss. It should have broken the deadlock, but here we are. I think there's still plenty to play for.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Spain clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be...
And he shoots! That was superb goalkeeping!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Nice looking ball. Oh, nicely intercepted. Pedri. Can he get on the end of this? There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Engages and forces him off the ball. And it's Dembele. Up towards the hour mark and still no goals. Now it's Yamal, and he's got away from him. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Cleared without hesitation. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Llorente, he's picked his way through. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Long ball looking to counter. Saliba did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Nico Williams. Nico Williams was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Llorente. Yamal! It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Ronaldo. Very nicely done. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, such a clever touch. And that's aimed into the header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Well, that is one way to stop him. Looking for a runner. Chips it through. Llorente. He is through here. Tries to pass it through. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And that has left him in a heap. Can he get it through? Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. He's got away. Yamal making good progress on the right-hand side. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Takes a shot! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Oh, strongly challenged there. Yamal. Hernandez does well not to be outdone there. And the pass is intercepted. Searching pass he's played there.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Oh, just skips past. And a chance! It's run loose. Who's going to... Oh, what has happened here? Shot a goal! He lifts the roof! Well, would you believe that? And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on the plate for him.
Spain now on the verge of victory, save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelming question, how long is there left, including stoppages?
And he's had it nicked away.
Spain can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Oyarzabal is onto it in a flash.
3 minutos de descuento.
Llorente. Tchouaméni wins the duel this time. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Dembele into stoppage time, very little left on it. He's having a pop! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And the referee brings it to a close. Spain have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Mikel Oyarzabal claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Spain really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
So we've reached the end of our coverage for today. Many thanks to Jim Beglin alongside me, and we'll both see you next time. A warm welcome to all of you on this utterly glorious day. Positive vibes all around us, nigh on perfect conditions. There is a thrilling football match in prospect here, and we will be getting underway very shortly. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
Things already rolling. Wits! Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And we have the first chance from a dead ball situation. That has not gone well. Oh, what has happened here? That has ended up in no man's land. Kubasi. Nemecha. Oh, that's ambitious. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, there's no doubt as to who the creative hub in the side is. It's Mikel Oyarzabal. He boasts some of the most impressive records when it comes to goals and assists, Peter, helped by the fact that he can play anywhere across that front line, and also he has a real willingness to run beyond the strikers. And there's a lot to admire about this guy.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Pavlovic. Grimaldo gets over and intercepts. Spread it left. He's found a way through. Williams! In he goes again. Goal! Spain! And it's Spain who take the lead. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
Tries from distance. Kubasi. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Now it's Wirtz. Now it's Havertz. Oh, it's a great... Oh, shooting chance! Oh, good finish. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Nemecha. Now Schlotterbeck. Pavlovic. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Llorente. And it's Rodri. And that pass isn't the best. Wirtz. He's found a way past. Now it's Sané. Now it's Williams. And it's Musiala. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Pedri. Nico Williams. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That's going wide left. That's a shade optimistic. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And Sonny!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here, because that was a magnificent save.
Here's a chance! Loose, he's going for goal! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Yamal.
Such good technique.
Now it's Oyarzabal. And he's decided to go for it. Llorente. And Yamal. Now it's Fabian Ruiz.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And he's let fly. That is good alertness.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Sonny. It's a searching pass. Eric Garcia spots it and intercepts. And we've reached half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any thoughts on all this so far, Jim?
Well, it's been an exciting half, Peter, with each side having chances and good spells of possession. I'm hoping that both will keep this open approach.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And hostilities have resumed. And here's Nico Williams. He is Williams! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. He's on it, can he get away? Good chance here! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Nico Williams probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
That'll be a throw. Pedri. Nico Williams. And he's intervened well there. Can he get on the end of this? Eric Garcia calmly anticipates. And he's forced to go back. Llorente. And here's Oyarzabal. Now it's Williams. Schlotterbeck. And Pavlovic. Great vision. Wits. Kubasi. Now it's Veer. Tries one from range. Pedri. And it's Grimaldo. Almost an hour gone.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Spain can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And he cuts out the supply. Grimaldo. Havertz. Raya gets it away. Good effort from distance. Eric Garcia. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. And that was nowhere near his best. No luck with that dink over the top. Yamal. And here's Oyarzabal. Pavlovic. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Llorente. Schlotterbeck. Pavlovic. He's having a hit!
Germany clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And it's Wirtz. Wirtz. Oh, nicely intercepted. Nico Williams. Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Oyarzabal. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Played back to the goalkeeper. Tar. That has been slung wide. Tar somewhat off target.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
What a throw in.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Sade. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And here's Yamal. It's a pretty loose pass. And that is that. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, Peter, I suppose it's something. Not ideal for either side, of course, although if you look at the overall balance of things, neither did enough to win this, and I think the result is quite fair.
Well, that's the lot for now. Thanks to you, Jim, and goodbye. Welcome one and all. We have perfect blue skies and quite a contest ahead of us. This really is a feel-good football match. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
So things are underway. Vitz. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, a player that's very much moulded in the role of the traditional Spanish number 5 is Rodri. He certainly has the sort of physique that would allow him to do the job. He has both the muscle and the brains to provide the creative and defensive support whenever necessary.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And it's Pedri. Pedri! That was quite a hit. Fabian Ruiz. Williams shapes to shoot! Goal! Spain! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Spain are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Germany are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Grimaldo has headed upfield. Spain currently a goal to the good and with the lion's share of the ball. There will be a throw-in. Nico Williams making good progress. Pedri. Just about within shooting range. It's off target and by quite a way.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Searching pass he's played there. He's picked his way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Looking to play him in. He's found a way through. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, super ball. And he can clear it away. Nicked it back promptly. That's where it came from. Nico Williams receives it in a good position here. Nicely aimed pass. And he's being shifted off it. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Played out to the left flank. Good ball. Shot, surely! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. He's gone for goal. And the goalkeeper watches it past.
They're probably getting frustrated by the lack of chances, I suppose.
Llorente. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Yamal looking for a runner. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Header! Nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close. It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Yamal. Oh, that's fabulous. Tries a shot! This time, surely! It's a goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Of course, there's a question mark.
Tries from distance. Kubasi. Grimaldo. Pedri. Well, that looks a decent ball. Here's a shot. Real chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! So smooth. A signature finish.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
A case now of complete control. Ball's out once more. And it's Rodri. That's very neat. Oh, the ball's run loose here. And for the first half, that is that. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
Spain absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Spain seemingly the only team to have turned. There's the shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Yamal. Rodri. Nicely weighted ball. Takes a shot! It's hit the upright. A whisker away from making it 4.
Spain really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Some resolute defending there.
Spain couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
And he welcomes it in. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Grimaldo. Pedri has a look and plays it forward.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Pedri. Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. Fabian Ruiz. Spain looking close to untouchable here at 3-0. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Musiala. 60 minutes played. Oh, that's ambitious. And the keeper's given it away. Musiala. Yamal.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Schlotterbeck promptly onto that, and that is that. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Kubasi. And it's Ruiz. Rodri, looking for options for movement. Kimmich. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Yamal. Chance! And he's take that! They are absolutely ripping it up! There was to be only one outcome.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Nemecha is there, and he can pick it up. It's ended up in no man's land. And he shoots! Oh, he's kept it out, that's a great save.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Spain with the corner, they're first. Grimaldo with the short one. And the shot! Oh, super goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Spain are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Rodri, some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Nemecha, he's got away. Shot a goal! And that has flown over.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst decision in the world to go for the shot, even if he was being closely marshalled.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Schlotterbeck. Pass somewhat off target. Clipped into space. Baumann claims comfortably. Nemecha. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Rodri. Fabian Ruiz. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. And he can thump it away. Yamal looking to add to his goal. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Can he finish? And that's in. It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Vince.
Habrá 4 minutos de descuento.
Shifted it to the flank. And it's Pedri. Oh, just skip on the finish! And no mistake. How many, just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
Shot could be on. He's having a shot! Goal! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come. And we're done. Spain, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now. Mikel Oyarzabal picking up the... Welcome one and all, we have perfect blue skies and quite a contest ahead of us. This really is a feel-good football match. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is some scope for experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose something...
Yamal! No, just not quite.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Pedri. And it's Ruiz. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this guy, Rodri, is a player I like a lot, and he's someone who quietly gets on with his job by doing a lot of the simple things exactly right. His game's all about playing short balls, forming triangles, and the speed of thought is actually quite impressive, and it often keeps him away from trouble.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Can he get on the end of this? Didn't quite work for him.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Kubasi. Now it's Musiala. Aims beyond it. There's the shot! Goal! Germany! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Germany are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Fabian Ruiz. Searching pass he's played there. How Kubasi cuts it out. Oh, good spread. Wits. Spain are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Eric Garcia gets over and intercepts. Musiala, he's shifting through the gears here. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Rodri.
Spain really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Rodri. Yamal. He's a sharp little ball here. Baumann gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Looking for a runner, and he's intervened well there. 15 minutes till half-time. Threads one in. He's in plenty of space here. Real chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Grimaldo showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, no question, that's a foul. And a header! But he's left disappointed. Yamal. Looking to play him in. Now it's Williams. And he's managed to... And the shot! And he's stuck it away! They have come roaring back!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And that is fabulous! A true beauty of a goal!
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Spain restore parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
That is good strength.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Numecha. Kimmich. That's a good foray he's making. Now it's Sané. Yamal. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Another pass just keeps it ticking over.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Wirtz. Well, that is one way to stop him. And the whistle goes for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Spain are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk. Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
He's had it taken off him. That's an imaginative pass. Now it's Musiala. Musiala looking sharp there.
I think there were a few doubts for a split second, Peter, as to whether he was offside. I think he really got away with one there.
Oh, well measured. And the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Takes a shot! And for a moment, time stood still. Can they get him away? That's a nicely shaped ball. Oh, this is a chance, surely! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Oyarzabal is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Grimaldo kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now that looks a decent ball. No, he's just misjudged that one. Rodri. And it's Pedri. He's in a great... Goes for a shot! Goal! Spain! And the comeback is complete! A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Spain with the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Knocks it into space. Yamal looking to receive it in space.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And here's Musiala. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And now they can clear their lines. Oh, that's nice. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Eric Garcia kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, that's chance for a shot! Oh, it's a dumping hit. Yamal does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Oyarzabal. Llorente has the space to scheme, and he's there to belt it away. And here's Llorente. Quick look, then plays it in. That's put paid to the danger. Pedri. Llorente. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And the pass is intercepted.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Llorente finding himself in space. And the finish! And it's in! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Well, that has not gone well. That's going wide left. Shapes to shoot! Another one of football's and how moments.
Oh, that miss could really prove costly. They don't want to be missing too many of those. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Llorente is there to clear. And here's Musiala. Oh, that is a nice touch. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Llorente. Tries to pass it through. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Musiala. Yamal. Rodri. Yamal. That is a great pick out. Can he finish? Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. It's all becoming so easy. And that was as close to certain as can be.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
So now the difference is 3. Oh, he's found support out wide. Havertz! And that is a truly outstanding save. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Looking for options for movement. That's a shade optimistic. And there goes the final whistle. Spain have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Nico Williams taking in the accolade. Spain going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals one more time. A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into 90 minutes of bedlam. It's time we ask that age-old question again: who is going to come out on top this time? Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. This is always a game of consequence.
Well, there may be nothing resting on it, Peter, but that's never going to take the edge away, is it? And the players from both sides know that.
Well, it certainly feels that way.
Yes, so while these boys are going to approach this game with their professional hats on, circumstances will extract the aggression.
Yamal! Not a bad try by any means.
Lamine Yamal really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Pedri. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, there's no doubt as to who the creative hub in the side is. It's Mikel Oyarzabal. He boasts some of the most impressive records when it comes to goals and assists, Peter, helped by the fact that he can play anywhere across that front line, and also he has a real willingness to run beyond the strikers. And there's a lot to admire about this guy.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. It's a pretty loose pass. Pedri. Spread it left. Now, can they get him away? Oh, they can break here.
There they go, hunting again.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Oh, nicely intercepted. Ball's gone out of play. And it's Ruiz. Driving forward. Great defending, strong and determined. Oyarthabal. Can he finish? And it's been hooked away. Now it's Oyarthabal. Probing pass. Oh, that's a key interception. So we're still where we started right now. Nico Williams. Ball is over the line. Olise.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Lovely ball and a real chance now. He's gone direct here. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Cherki. Well read, and the danger is averted. Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Oyarthabal. Pedri. Now Nico Williams. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Grimaldo looking to receive it. Chance! Goal! Spain! That was easy. Almost too easy.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Koundé. Played out towards the right wing. That's been intercepted. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Pedri, Grimaldo. Upamecano. Fabian Ruiz. Oyarthabal.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Kubasi dinks one through. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Not the most accurate pass. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. This is a promising build-up. Oh, that's well spotted. Cherki, Olise providing an outlet on that flank. He's found the way. Chance for a shot! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
Nico Williams getting this one clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. He has found the way through. Forced to go back. And he shoots! Oh, quite a hit and quite a touch too.
A good disguise on that though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely...
Caught offside that time. The pass has gone astray. And they're quick to get it back. And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Spain go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
And it has been confrontational, combative. Decent chance! That's another chance!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Kubasi. Llorente. Upamecano calmly anticipates.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Spain needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
That's good vision. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Llorente. Being still separated by the game's only goal. Now it's Yamal. Played into space. That pass isn't the best. And it's Llorente. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Picked out brilliantly. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's shifting through the gears here. Mbappe. That's a decent clearance.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Raya claims comfortably.
Dembele clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Can he spark a counter here? Looking for a runner. Oh, Red, nice interception. That has ended up in no man's land. Llorente. Looking to play him in. Short changes him with that pass. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
He's picked his... And a chance! And no mistake! And there's the goal they've been looking for. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Spain are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Raya gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Kubasi. The message is clear, none shall pass. Llorente. He's a sharp little ball here. didn't quite work for him. Chouameni, Pau Kubasi cuts out the pass, and that's really well manoeuvred. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. He is through here! Nicely spread. Rodri. Llorente. And he can thump it away. Now it's Oyarzabal. Great vision. Pass somewhat off target. Threads one in. The less said about that pass, the better. Yamal. Oh, well played, well played. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Knocks it out wide, looking for options for movement, and that is expertly dealt with. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Stood up well to him there. Cherki. Now, what about a counter-attack? That's that, the end. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance. Good enough in the eyes of their people. Fabian Ruiz picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Jim, this one always matters.
Well, Peter, you can dress it up any way you like, but we all know what we're in for.
And there's no point trying to pretend otherwise. No disguising the edginess that's swirling around us here.
No, these teams only know one way to play each other.
It is a true heavyweight clash. So things are underway. Two tribes going toe-to-toe. Nice looking ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Yamal. And here's Elise. Now who's going to be first to this? Tries to play it through. Oh, that pass isn't the best. It's a pretty loose pass. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, one of the smartest wingers around, Peter, is Oyarzabal. I really like the way he just instinctively seems to know when to take people on or when to release it. And not being a physical specimen, you really have to show good tactical awareness on this front. And he's learning quickly.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. He's had it taken off him. Elise.
There they go, hunting again.
Yamal.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Now, can they get him away? Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. And he's gone backward here. Here's a chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Spain with the corner, they're first. And it's been taken short. France have the chance to go the other way. Grimaldo. This is a promising build-up. Yamal. pass is intercepted. Ronaldo tries to pass it through. Kubasi. And it's Llorente. And it's Ruiz. Pass somewhat off target. Lovely pass, but... Mbappe! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Yamal. Oh, that's fabulous. And a chance! Goal! Spain! And there is your opener. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to... Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Spain have taken the lead.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Yamal. Grimaldo. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. He has found the way through. Shot at goal! Oh, it's come off the upright. Not a bad try by any means.
Well, that face says it all. I think I'd feel the same way, not that I was ever an expert at finishing or anything like that.
Now, he's got space here. Well, he's ended up in no man's land. Pedri looking to pass their way up the pitch.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Koundé did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Olise making good progress on the right. They've played it short. Quality ball. Spain are looking to go forward now. Now it's Yamal. Engages and forces him off the ball. Aimed beyond the defence. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Rodri. Fabian Ruiz. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Spain up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy. A little more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Spain just about ahead, 1-0 at the break. Back underway then.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Rodri makes the interception. Hernandez. Nicely weighted ball. Nico Williams. Williams. And he's there to belt it away. The message is clear, none shall pass. Llorente has got himself a free kick.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
That has not gone well. And that'll be a goal kick. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Great vision. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. But he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Spain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Spain just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Rodri. Here's Llorente. Fabian Ruiz bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Dembele. Space for him to turn and look. Cherki! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settled for a riskier approach now to defend this. France really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Dembele. Grimaldo calmly anticipates. Fabian Ruiz. Mignon breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Dembele. And the counter is on. Played into space. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Just about up to 75 minutes. Oyarzabal. Looking for the run. Oh, this is a great position. Knocks it into space.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. France really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Pedri. And he's managed to get free. Oh, this looks sharp. Nico Williams touches it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
That pass has been well intercepted. Williams. Spain have a free kick. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Grimaldo ready to try one. This the perfect chance to extend the advantage. And it's Rodri. Spain have their second corner now. And it's hoisted clear. Grimaldo makes a move down the right. Pedri. Spain leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. The ball has bounced loose now, back where it came from. Ah, that's a fine interception.
Spain can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
It's a good run down the right. Williams! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Fabian Ruiz.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And that's it. Spain have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Mikel Oyarzabal taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Spain really were great today. They showed a lot of...
Spain going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals one more time. A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into 90 minutes of bedlam. It's time we ask that age-old question again. Who is going to come out on top this time? Well, the stage is set for a... Oyarzabal! One about as smooth as it gets. The ideal start.
The perfect show of intent, great purpose, great industry and great confidence.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
France finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Grimaldo. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Rodri. Looking for options for movement. He's shifting through the gears here. That's put paid to the danger. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Spain leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. He's in plenty of space here. Yamal, real chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Williams. This looks... Shoots! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Grimaldo. Pedri. Oh, good spread. And he's managed to get free.
Olise clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Great defending, strong and determined. Olise. Big chance! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Spreads it out wide. No, that's been intercepted. Yamal. A probing pass. Spain very much in the ascendancy and with a goal to their name. He won't be happy with that one. Grimaldo in acres of space out wide. Mbappe.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He has found a way through. And it's Tchouaméni. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Looking to play him in. Oh, he's onto this. Can he finish? That is brilliant from Mikel Oyarzabal. A finish right from the top draw. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Spain, he's gone for goal. And the keeper's well positioned.
France certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Out towards the flank. Tries to play it through. Now it's Yamal. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Upamecano did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Nico Williams. Yamal. Oh, Red, nice interception. Well, there is a look that says it all. A pin just about within shooting range. Eric Garcia. The ball has bounced loose now. Now it's Oyarzabal. Koundé spots it and intercepts. And that's another good win of the ball. Pedri. Nico Williams.
Spain couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Chouameni. Hernandez kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. That's rather hopeful. Kubasi. And it's half-time. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive. Everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Spain are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Mignon claims comfortably, and he stands tall, impenetrable. He's on it, and he shoots! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
No, again there's no way through. That's a throw. Yamal is onto this. Yamal, good strong midfield running here. He's having a pop!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Corner number 2 then. Grimaldo with the short one. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Mbappe. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. That is lovely. Yamal shapes to shoot. Oh, denied brilliantly.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 3 coming up. They've played it short.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Spain have got it back and they'll have another go. Olise. Mbappe.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Knocks it into space. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Spain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Here's Oyarzabal, pinches it off him. And here's Oyarzabal, he's cut it out. Hernandez. Good steal, he just read it. Tries from distance. Nico Williams, that is good alertness. Koundé. Oh, that's ambitious. That is decidedly lacking.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Tries from a long way out. No, poor contact, nothing on the shot.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Williams. And a chance! Brilliant from Williams! A finish of true class! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Spain find a position of real strength now. And it's Rodri. Mbappe. Oh, it's Dembele. Nico Williams. Fabian Ruiz. Great vision. Oh, he's found support out wide. Williams gets his head on it! Harmlessly behind.
Spain really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that.
Oh, what's he done? Pressing high and with purpose. He's having a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! They are gorging themselves here on a seriously gorgeous scoreline. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Spain are having a ball here. And the shot! And no mistake! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Oh no, what has happened here? And the shot! And that's a good finish. And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
As if 3 weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. Williams. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Oh, he's been shot at goal! And one more try! Oh, good finish! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins... And that's it. Spain pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness, relentlessness. Mikel Oyarzabal, totally unstoppable today. Everything he touched turned to goals. The end of the game. Reflections?
Spain really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game.